Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle, Reiki, spiritual healer. And, as we move forward into our week, I just wanted to give us some prayers that I haven't given to you all week because for one reason or another, I have been making, chicken and noodle soup and all of these different kinds of things so I could have something to eat at night. So this is what we are doing today. We are giving you the inspirational prayers that you can pray over your waters, over your oils. You can pray them, and this is for, the believers. And I'm not really having that many problems from Muslims. I've only had 3 Muslims that reached out to me and asked me about different ways to remove the negative energy or attacks on them during this time of year. So, you're going to use your purifying waters. So I want to give Muslims and Christians alike, and that's why I'm here today, to give you these prayers. I want you to pray over your incense. I want you to pray over your waters. I want you to pray over your oils to remove any kind of attack. I need you, if someone has, physically tried to come into your presence, into your home, and dump negative entities and hire negative entities, spirits, in order to attack you, if they're talking down to you. If people are talking crazy to you, and I had on yesterday during our live, sister, I think it was Novena, Laura, I think it was her, and she was, asking me about people talking crazy and talking down to you. If it's your husband, then you need to understand, like I say, does this person have attachments? Is this person abusive? If they're not, if they don't have attachments or they are abusive, then that person, is just irritated or something like that. Someone may be attacking them, on the other end of this at work or, past relationships. You see what I'm saying? So those types of, attacks and hired entities with your spouse is also possible, to have issues and create chaos during this time of year and attacks upon the relationship and the family. So we want to make sure that we're using our cleanses in order to remove the negative energy, that we have the connection to God, that, we pray over our house, our children, going and coming. We have to be able to pray over our house. We have to be able to pray over our children. We're praying over our spouses and our relationships. We're praying over our finances. And like I have been telling you guys, even before now, that you have to make sure that you bless your finances, you bless your money, so that these narcissists who are trying to come against you and are attacking you, their plan to harm your finances, to have you struggling, to bring you in a low financial vibration, homeless, or to have you penniless. Those types of negative attacks upon your life, upon your finances, upon your home life, it will be returned to sender. You will be able to identify those persons. So a lot of you need to reach out to me and bless your money so that negative entity will not attack you. I'm dealing with a lot of clients who are under attack, and I just wanted to make sure that you understand the different ways that people can send negative vibrations to you. They can send negative and toxic to your money. They can send it to your relationship, your finances. And with all these men out here and people who are in alignment with the entity, who are, trying to go running stores and do all of these unnecessary things, people who are attacking the women because they want them in a low vibrational submissive state so that, they don't have to pay anything, for their kids or for, the lifestyle that these women and these children need to have: food, water, shelter, heat, during this time of year, we're not playing those type of games. Okay, so let us make sure that we are cleansing that negative energy, and it is returned to sender. We return any kind of, low vibrational, low finances. We return that kind of wolf spirit, abusive, targeting, lack mentality. We return that to the source that it came from. The persons who are letting that out their mouths, who they are in alignment with the entity, and we want to make sure that they understand that we see them for who they are, and this is why they need to return back to the women that the entity has given them. They don't deserve real women, so this is why they are on in that light, and they're showing themselves. They have no choice but to show themselves who they are. Just like this administration, they have no choice but to show themselves who they are in the light that, they are exposed as the entity in alignment with the Shayateen. So we need to make sure that we're cleansing ourselves with this holy word. And I'm going to give you some of these verses right now that you can read over your water, over your oil, over your incense, and return to sender to that negative person, that entity that they've hired, that, those words that they have spoken over your house, over your life. All of that mess is going to be returned to them in the pits of hell where it came from, upon their body and on their mind, and whoever sent it out to you in that fashion. So we have the Ephesians 6:12, and we always know about this one because this is a regular one among Christians. This is, Ephesians 6:12, that's put on the armor of God. So you always want to read that over your life, over your water, over your incense. You want to read that over your family to protect them from any kind of attacks that are upon your body or your mind, sent from people trying to send you the evil eye at this time. So this is why I wanted to do an entire video of this, because there are different types of verses that you can read. And, I just want to give you some also from, I'm going to go to the Holy Quran in 1 second, but we got to go to Luke 6:27 through 36. Pray for your enemies. And pray against any attack. So it says pray for your enemies, but I'm telling you to pray against your enemies as well, and pray against any kind of attacks that they are trying to send to you, to your health, your mind, your body. We're not letting any of that go through. We're not letting them get past with that. We have to love people, but we don't have to love people that we know that are attacking us. We have to forgive them. We forgive them so that their negative entity and the spirits that they've hired can go back to them. We're not going for that. Pray against your enemies. And this is what I'm teaching you right now. Pray against anything. Once they've been exposed, pray against them, and you can reach out to me so we can further, go ahead and get rid of that mess that they're trying to send to your heart and your mind, that's trying to bring you into a low vibrational state. It doesn't matter whether it is your wife, your husband, your family members, your neighbors. You can reach out to me, and I can make sure that that negative energy is returned to sender. And we're going to go to Psalms 27:2, and I'll have to look and see what that one says, because I didn't write that one down, because I wanted to give all of you guys what it says in the Quran. Oh, it's 5:15, 5:15. We on point. We on point. We're not taking no for an answer. Any attacks is going back to sender. So, I'm on my iPad now, and we're having verses that will defend us from negative energy, attacks being sent up on us, not only in our homes, not only in our jobs or in our neighborhoods, but by the government as well. You want to pray these over your incense, your waters. You want to pray these over your oils, so that you can anoint yourself with these oils and waters and take a bath in them. You want to purify your house with these oils and waters to remove any kind of attacks that may be sent to you, to your heart, your mind, for you to lose money, your health, the evil eye on your family, create chaos upon you. So we're not going for any of that this season, because we're not celebrating their holidays. We're not going to be on our knees begging anyone, and we're not playing with people. We're sending their evil back to them. You can just reach out to me if you need help returning to sender. So we have Surah Al-Baqarah. You already know that Al-Baqarah is my favorite surah for healing, for restoration of your finances, restoration of your health. These are the ones that we want to read right here. Surah Al-Baqarah 2, 190 through 191. We have AI. AI says it permits fighting against those who initiate hostilities, but forbids aggression. So, we're going to fight them, the way that they fight us, it's no holds barred. If you send me the evil eye and I cleanse myself and it returned to you, whatever you sent out your mind, out your body, is going to be exposed the way that it comes back to you. Now just look at you. Okay, so now we have also that we have Surah Al-Hajj 22 and 39. And it says, consider by tradition to be the first verse allowing fighting, grants permission because the believers were wronged and persecuted. So if you're being targeted, if you're being gang stalked, if you have smear campaigns going on your job, in your community, I have been, targeted by the fire department, since early this morning. I don't know, everywhere I look up, the fire department is somewhere near me. And, maybe it might be, someone watching over me. We never know. But, we ask for God's protection. But, sometimes you will be gang stalked by these government officials and people in, government positions. So we have to always ask for God's protection, and we thank God under all conditions. So we also have here Surah An-Nisa, which is 4 and 75 in the Holy Quran. And it says it connects fighting with the defense of oppressed men, women, and children. So that's what I always tell you guys, that we have to stand up in the community. That is what our wolf spirit is for. Not to attack and oppress each other, not to be against each other like the entity wants us to be, against men, against women. We're not trying to do that. We're trying to stand against the entity that is oppressing, elderly people, men, women, and children, the vulnerable among us. So, those are some of the ways. And I said that I was going to give you Psalms 27 and 2. So let's go to that right now. And I think that I wanted to read that to you. 27 and 2. We're coming. We're going to get it together today. So it says here that Psalms 27 and 2 states that when enemies advance to devour him, they will be the ones to stumble and fall. So it's letting you know that when your enemies are attacking you, they're the one that's going to fall into that ditch that they dug for you. They're the ones who have to get whatever negative energy that they've sent out to you. They have to get that back. It will be returned to sender. So, we're not, having that. You don't have to continue to be worried about whether if you'll be able to go on holiday, if you'll be able to travel, if you're protected. You need to get that out of your mind and have faith and rely on God. You're praying your prayers. You're connected to God. You're prostrating. You're fasting. So you want to make sure that you are in alignment with God. And I have given you some additional things that you can do to remove that negative energy, from those higher spirits and those attacks upon your life, upon your family, and upon your heart and mind with the evil eye. So I appreciate all of you for reaching out to me. I appreciate all of you for your trust and your support. Thank you so much, all of you. You can continue to support me by donating to this channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to me over all of my platforms. Book your one-on-one sessions. Book your one-on-one consultations. You can reach out to me the quickest, and I can acclimate a gift to your situation. Book your life coaching sessions or your video chat sessions. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.